Now, we are final year students from the Department of Metallurgical Engineering, and it is indeed an honor to have the opportunity to host this prestigious occasion. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers and the National Seminar on Pioneering Materials for Strategic Defense, Nuclear and Space Endeavors. With great respect and honor, I request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly grace the dais as we begin the inaugural ceremony. To invoke the spirit of this auspicious occasion and to pay our respectful tribute to the rich heritage, culture and language of Tamil Nadu, we shall now commence the inaugural session with Tamil Thai Valthu, the state invocation of Tamil Nadu. May I request everyone present to kindly rise and join us in paying our respect during Tamil Thai Valthu.
Be seated. A warm welcome marks the beginning of every meaningful gathering. Setting a tone for an inspiring exchange of ideas and collaboration, it is now my distinct privilege to invite Dr. M. Sendil Kumar, Chairman, IEI Coimbatore Local Center, to welcome the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest of this morning, President of this convention, Principal of PG College of Technology, distinguished dignitaries, award recipients, invited speakers, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. It is my great privilege and honor to extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers and the National Seminar on Pioneering Materials for Strategic Defense, Nuclear and Space Endeavors, organized by the Institution of Engineers India Coimbatore Local Center in association with the Department of Metallurgical Engineering, PG College of Technology, Coimbatore. Today we have gathered not merely for a convention, but for a meaningful forum to exchange ideas, share experiences and explore innovations that will shape the future of metallurgical and materials engineering. The theme of this convention, Pioneering Materials for Strategic Defense, Nuclear and Space Endeavors, reflects the growing importance of advanced materials in strengthening our nation's strategic capabilities. The development of high-performance alloys, advanced composites, functional materials, and next-generation processing technologies is vital for enhancing the reliability, safety, and performance of defense systems, nuclear energy applications, and space missions. This convention provides an excellent platform for industries, academia, research organizations, and policymakers to collaborate in advancing innovative materials that meet the demanding requirements of these critical sectors. At this juncture, it is my proud privilege to extend a warm and cordial welcome to our chief guest, Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian, distinguished scientist and director, Non-Ferrous Materials Technology Development Center, Hyderabad. Welcome you, sir. Sir, we are grateful for your gracious presence and look forward to benefiting from your vast experience and valuable insights into advanced materials research. I extend a respectful welcome to Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra, Chairman, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board IEI, who is presiding over this convention. Sir. Your visionary leadership and continued support have greatly strengthened the activities of the Division Board and inspired the engineering fraternity. I extend my heartfelt welcome to Dr. P.R. Taila, Principal, PG College of Technology. Madam, thank you for your gracious presence and for your constant encouragement and support towards our academic and professional initiatives. I also extend my warm welcome to Dr. B. Sridevi, Vice Principal, Women Welfare, PG Tech, Dr. Chandramohan, Secretary, PG College of Technology, Dr. Rudramurthy, Director, PSG Care, Dr. Nadarajan, Dean Placement and Training, PG Tech, he told he will come and join us a little later. Former Principal of PG College of Technology, Dr. S. Vijayarangan. I warmly welcome Dr. Kingshuk Shin, Assistant Director, Technical IEI Headquarters, who has been with us since yesterday, guiding and supporting us in the successful organization of this convention. I also extend a cordial welcome to the distinguished members of the Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, heads of the departments, deans, controller of examinations, faculty members, and organizing committee members. A special welcome is extended to our past chairman, First Honorary Secretary, Engineer Soundarajan, Dr. Shanmugam, Dr. P.R. Nadarajan, committee and corporate members of IEI, award recipients, panelists, invited speakers, industrial experts, researchers, and former HODs of Metallurgical Department at PG College of Technology, and students who have traveled from various parts of the country to participate in this convention. I am confident that the memorial lecture, panel discussion, invited lectures, and technical paper presentations over the next 2 days will provide valuable insights, stimulate innovative ideas, strengthen collaborations, and contribute significantly to the advancement of metallurgical and materials engineering. Let me also take a moment to briefly present about the Institution of Engineers India. IEI is a century-old professional body with over 2.6 lakh engineers as members. Headquartered in Kolkata, it has 124 centers across India and 6 overseas chapters. Our Coimbatore local center, functioning from the PG College of Technology campus, has been serving the engineering fraternity for nearly 60 years. We are proud to share that the Coimbatore local center has been conferred with the Best Local Center Award for its outstanding performance during the years 2019-20, 22-23, 23-24, and 24-25, reflecting our sustained commitment to technical excellence, professional development, research promotion, and service to the engineering community. Once again, on behalf of the Institution of Engineers India Coimbatore Local Center and the Department of Metallurgical Engineering, PG College of Technology, I extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished dignitaries, invitees, and delegates. I wish you all a fruitful, enriching, and memorable convention. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We shall now proceed with honoring the dignitaries as a gesture of our profound respect and appreciation for their distinguished presence and invaluable contributions. May I request Dr. M. Sendal Kumar to kindly do the honors for our esteemed chief guest, Padma Shri, Dr. K. Balasubramanian, sir. May I request Dr. J. Pradeep Kumar to kindly do the honors for Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra, Chairman, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, IEI. May I request Dr. R. Shivashankari to kindly do the honors for Dr. P.R. Taila, Principal. Finally, may I request Dr. J. Krishnamurthy to kindly do the honors for Engineer Dev Member, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, IEI. I request Engineer Kamlakar to come to the dais to receive the honor.
Thank you all. Every successful convention is inspired by vision that guides its purpose and direction. It is now time to gain an insight into the theme that brings us together and highlights the significance of this national convention. It is my privilege to invite Dr. J. Pradeep Kumar, Honorary Secretary, the Institute of Engineers, Coimbatore Local Center, to deliver about the theme of the convention.
Respected Principal, dignitaries on and off the dais, awardees, participants, faculty members and students, good morning to all. It is my honor and privilege to present the theme of 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers and a national seminar on pioneering materials for strategic defense, nuclear and space endeavors. Throughout the history of civilization, progress has always been driven by materials. The Stone Age, Bronze Age and Iron Age were each defined by the breakthroughs in materials. Today we are living in the age of advanced materials where technological leadership depends not only on designing better products but on developing superior materials with exceptional performance. The theme of this convention reflects three sectors that are of immense national importance: defense, nuclear energy and space technology. These are the strategic domains where reliability is very significant, failure is unacceptable, and materials often determine the success of the entire system. Modern defense systems demand lightweight, high-strength materials capable of withstanding extreme mechanical loads, ballistic impacts, fatigue, and hostile operating conditions. Advanced steels, titanium alloys, ceramics, high-entropy alloys, composites, and smart materials are playing a crucial role in enhancing the performance, reliability, and functionality of military, naval, and aircraft systems. In the nuclear sector, materials must perform reliably under prolonged exposure to high temperatures, intense radiation, and corrosive environments. Radiation-resistant alloys, advanced stainless steels, zirconium alloys, and corrosion-resistant materials play a crucial role in ensuring the safety, efficiency, and long-term sustainability of nuclear power systems. Similarly, lightweight spacecraft materials must survive extreme temperatures, vacuum, radiation, and mechanical stresses. Advanced aluminum and titanium alloys, nickel superalloys, ceramic matrix composites, thermal protection systems, and additive manufacturing technologies are enabling next-generation launch vehicles, satellites, and deep space missions. At this moment, India is witnessing remarkable achievements in all these three strategic sectors through organizations such as DRDO, ISRO, DAE, IGCAR, Midani, NFC, BARC, and several leading research laboratories and industries. Behind every successful missile launch, every nuclear reactor, every space mission lies decades of innovation in materials engineering. Recognizing this importance, the technical program of this convention covers broad spectrum of contemporary topics, including next-generation composites, radiation-resistant alloys, lightweight aerospace materials, nanomaterials, corrosion-resistant materials, smart materials, advanced ceramics, high-performance coatings, additive manufacturing, material characterization, processing technologies, and non-destructive evaluation. Over the next 2 days, we are privileged to have distinguished scientists, academicians, and industry leaders who will share their expertise through memorial lecture, invited talks, panel discussion, and technical paper presentations. These sessions will provide an excellent platform for exchanging ideas, showcasing recent advances, and strengthening collaborations among academia, research organizations, and industry. I sincerely hope this convention will inspire meaningful discussions, foster new collaborations, and encourage young engineers and researchers to contribute towards developing indigenous materials and technologies that support the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat and strengthen the strategic capabilities of our nation. With these words, I wish the convention every success and a rewarding 2 days of technical deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's an opportunity to hear from a distinguished leader whose experience and wisdom continue to guide the engineering community. It's my privilege and honor to invite Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra, Chairman, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board IEI, to deliver the presidential address.
Very good morning to all of you. Chief guest of today's function, Padma Shri Dr. K. Subramaniam, Dr. P.R. Thaila, Principal FSC, PSG College of Technology, Dr. M. Senthil Kumar, Chairman, IEI Local, Coimbatore Local Center, and Professor and Head, Production Engineering, PSG College of Technology. My colleague from the board member, Dr. J. Krishnamurthy and Shri Harshvardhan Devkade, Dr. J. Pradeep Kumar, Secretary, Coimbatore Local Center, and Associate Professor, Department of Production Engineering, PSG College of Technology, Dr. R. Shivasankari, eminent engineering personality present in the hall, Professor Dr. M. Kamraj, Professor Emeritus, Department of Metallurgical and Material Engineering, IIT Chennai, Dr. Harish Barsila, Chief Scientist and Advisor, Management and Administration, National Aerospace Laboratory, Council members and committee members of the Coimbatore Local Center, Young Engineer Awardee, esteemed delegates, students, researchers, representative of the electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely delighted to be here today on the 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Material Engineering and National Seminar on the theme Pioneering Materials for Strategic Defense, Nuclear and Space Endeavors. I express my sincere gratitude to Coimbatore Local Center for organizing this event under the aegis of Metallurgical and Material Engineering of IEI in association with PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. I also congratulate the organizer for selecting very relevant theme of National Seminar in today's contest. I am confident that this event will provide the right platform for exchange of ideas among the participants to come out with the clear-cut implementable recommendations for making Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let me give a brief profile and the history of Metallurgical and Material Division of the IEI. The Institution of Engineers, India has established Mining and Metallurgical Engineering Division in the year 1961. Thereafter, Metallurgical and Material Engineering Division was established separately in the year 1984. This division consists of a quite large number of corporate members from government, public and private sectors, academia, and R&D organizations. Various types of technical activities are being organized by this division, like All India seminars, All India workshops, lectures, panel discussion, and webinar, which are held at the various state and local centers of the institution. Apart from this, National Convention of Metallurgical and Material Engineers, an apex activity of this division, is also organized every year on a particular theme. I also provide the financial assistance to the students who are carrying out the industry-oriented research program. In order to promote the research and development works in the field of metallurgical and material engineering, the institution also publishes technical journals in collaboration with Spinger, which is an internationally peer-reviewed journal and Scopus indexed. Now coming to the theme of the national seminar, India strategic sector, defense, nuclear, space are undergoing a rapid expansion driven by the national security needs, indigenous manufacturing goals, and global technological shifts. Material plays a very central role in enhancing performance, safety, reliability, and self-reliance. The Indian context adds unique challenges like resource availability, climatic variation cost, industrial maturity, and the push for the indigenous capability. Pioneering materials are the backbone of the modern defense, nuclear, and space programs, enabling lighter, stronger, and more resilient systems that withstand extreme environment while ensuring national security and technological superiority. India's contribution through organizations like Midhani, DRDO, DMRL, NAL, BARCS, and IGCAR highlights the strategic importance of indigenous alloys and composites in missiles, reactor, and space mission. Let me give some of the example why these pioneering materials are so important for our country. Advanced composites are strategic defense material which are lightweight, yet strong, used in body armor, aircraft, and material vehicles to balance mobility and protection. Superalloys provide high strength and resistance to heat, crucial for jet engines and missile systems. Precision-guided munitions, stealth aircraft, and electromagnetic weapons rely on these material for durability and efficiency. Material for nuclear applications are radiation-resistant alloys for maintaining reactor integrity under prolonged exposure of radiation. Corrosion-resistant steel ensures safe containment and transportation of nuclear fuel and waste. Midhani has developed alloys for advanced nuclear reactors, reducing the reliance on the import. Material for space applications cover lightweight composite, which reduces launch cost and improve the fuel efficiency in rocket and satellites. High temperature alloys are used in propulsion system and re-entry vehicles to withstand extreme thermal stresses. Nanomaterials enhances structural strength and radiation shielding in spacecraft. Chandrayaan and Aditya L1 missions relied on indigenous supply for rocket and engines and satellite components. But we are also facing challenges for production of this pioneering material. The first is the cost. Advanced composites and alloys are expensive to produce. Second is the scalability. Nanomaterials faces challenges in the mass production. And third is the longevity testing, because space and nuclear material requires decade-long validation under the extreme conditions. I am confident that the technical paper and the valuable ideas being discussed among the eminent personalities of the industries and the academics in a well-planned 2 days technical session will benefit students, researchers, industrialists, and academicians. This event will certainly be a platform for enriching technical discussion that may lead to the Atmanirbhar Bharat. I hope this convention will encourage us to think for development of more and more pioneering materials to reduce dependence on import. I wish this event a grand success, and I am looking forward to hearing from the eminent personalities of the industries and academicians. In conclusion, I once again congratulate the organizer for this convention for choosing a theme that is highly relevant in the current situation of the Indian metal sector. I hope that this event will inspire all of us to work to overcome some of the challenges which the country is facing and fulfill the nation inspiration of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir, for your address. A strong institution is built on visionary leadership, and we are fortunate to have with us a leader who has been instrumental in shaping academic excellence and nurturing future engineers. We are privileged to invite Dr. P.R. Thaila, Principal, to address the gathering.
Very respected Chief Guest, Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian, Distinguished Chairman of the Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board of Institution of Engineers India, Shri K.K. Mehrotra, Office Bearers of the Institution of Engineers Coimbatore Local Center, distinguished awardees, invited speakers, honored guests, deans and heads of departments, members of IEI, faculty members, research scholars, students, and delegates, participants, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I take pride to be a part of this 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers, organized by the Institution of Engineers, India, Coimbatore Local Center, with the Department of Metallurgical Engineering, PHG College of Technology. At the outset, I place on record my sincere appreciations to the Institution of Engineers, India, Coimbatore Local Center, for its outstanding contributions to the engineering profession through quality technical programs and strong academia-industry collaboration, which was highlighted by Dr. M. Senthil Kumar. I am delighted that the center has been honored with the IEI Best Local Center Award in the year 2020, and again for 3 consecutive years from 2023 to 2025, which shows the commitment of the engineering profession. On behalf of PHG College of Technology, I also extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the office bearers, committee members, volunteers, and compliment the organizing team led by Dr. M. Senthil Kumar, Dr. J. Pradeep Kumar, and Dr. J. Krishnamurthy for their meticulous planning and dedicated efforts in bringing this prestigious national convention to PHG College of Technology. Looking at the theme, as Engineer Mehrotra mentioned, it is both timely and of great national significance. Advanced materials, they constitute the foundation of technological progress in any strategic sector, whether it's the development of lightweight alloys for aerospace, high-performance materials for defense applications, or innovative materials for space exploration. Not only these, other sectors also. The future of engineering depends on continuous breakthroughs in material science and engineering. At PHG College of Technology, we always believe that excellence in engineering education must be complemented by research, innovation, and strong industry engagement. Again, I take pride in mentioning that at PHG College of Technology, almost all the departments have collaborated with defense organizations and laboratories, the Nuclear Board of Research in Nuclear Sciences, ISRO, and other government agencies and industries, and we have carried out very strategic research and contributed significantly in terms of materials research and bringing out novel materials. When we bring out novel materials, particularly with high performance characteristics, at the same time being lightweight, other challenges will be there, particularly when it comes to composites, machining, and other manufacturing challenges will be there. And some of our faculty members are also researching in the development of materials along with overcoming the challenges of the machining and manufacturing part. Another area where we have contributed on similar lines is the form design aspects of when we make use of the new materials. So when we make use of new materials which we develop or synthesize, I think the form design concepts also have to be relooked at, because I think we cannot be continuing with the same conventional design methodologies which will maybe result in over designs. So on those lines also some of our teachers are working, and we have come out with some good form design rules or guidelines, particularly with reference to particulate matrix composites, if not for metal matrix composites. With that, we are proud to associate with the Institution of Engineers in hosting this prestigious national convention. My congratulations to the recipients of the Eminent Engineers Award and the Young Engineer Awards. Heartfelt congratulations to all of them. I request the participants to make use of this platform of the 2 days for having inspiring technical interactions and create networks that will pave way for the future collaborations and march towards and realize our Vikasit Bharat in 2027, as sir mentioned. I wish all the delegates a rewarding academic experience and a pleasant stay at PSG College of Technology. I wish the 39th National Convention of Metallurgical Materials Engineers every success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your profound address. To introduce our distinguished chief guest, I invite Dr. K. Krishna Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Metallurgical Engineering.
So good morning to one and all. It's my privilege and honor to introduce our eminent chief guest, Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramaniam, distinguished scientist and director of Non-Ferrous Materials Technology Development Center, NFTDC, Hyderabad. Dr. Balasubramaniam graduated in metallurgical engineering from IIT Kanpur in 1982 and pursued a PhD at McMaster University, Canada as an Alcan Fellow, specializing in materials thermodynamics, thermokinetic process development, and optimizations. In 1990, he returned to India and took up challenging task of establishing NFTDC. Over the past more than 27 years, he has provided visionary technical and managerial leadership as its first director. Under his leadership, NFTDC has evolved into a unique multidisciplinary self-financing R&D and technology institution under the Government of India, integrating scientific knowledge creation with engineering design, process development, manufacturing, electronics, instrumentation and control, overall complete technology development from technology readiness level 3 to 8 and also beyond. With over 4 decades of experience, Dr. Balasubramanian made significant contributions to end-to-end materials, process, product, and application engineering. His expertise spans advanced critical materials and innovative processes, interdisciplinary technology development, R&D policy, knowledge integration, and management. He has established several centers of excellence in advanced materials and processes. Under his leadership, NFTDC has contributed technologies for cryogenic engines and national space missions, including Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, and Gaganyaan. His recent and outgoing technology achievements include rare earth permanent magnet and motor plants, fusion reactor modules for ITER, electric propulsion drives, and cryogenic engineering materials, components for space missions. His work also covers advanced aircraft components, lithium extraction technologies, solid-state hydrogen storage, advanced solid-state batteries, and total knee prosthesis. He has also contributed to the development of pilot and demonstration plants for the recovery and extraction of several critical metals, including many rare earth elements. A recipient of distinguished scientist grade, Dr. Balasubramaniam has published more than 100 research papers in international journals, and he has guided several PhD scholars in highly interdisciplinary areas. He has received several awards and honors for his outstanding contribution to science and technology. Above this all, Dr. K. Balasubramanian is an exceptional institution builder and technology leader who has demonstrated a successful model of an autonomous, self-financing R&D institution dedicated to highly technological national missions. In the recognition of his outstanding contributions to science and engineering, particularly in national missions and institution building for high technology endeavors, He was recently honored with the prestigious Padma Shri Award in 2026 recently. Sir, it is indeed a great honor to have with you us today. We are truly delighted to listen your valuable insights and experience. Now I request our distinguished chief guest, Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramaniam, to kindly deliver the inaugural address.
Namaskaram, Vanakkam. I'm very glad to be here this morning, and I should thank Dr. Balachandran and PSG Tech who have taken the initiative to make me come here to Coimbatore. And some of you might be interested to know that I'm a Coimbatore Vasi long time ago. Right? And my father and my father-in-law were professors in a neighboring college, CAT, for 40 years. So anyway, I left this place in 1977 to IIT Kanpur, and after that I've been only a visitor. And of late, a very, very, visiting once in a year or 6 months. So I'm glad to be here, and particularly this place. And one more thing is that my wife is a graduate from this college. She was a topper in 1988, electronics and communication engineering. So she said, take all the pictures. I want to see how it has changed, that campus. So it is almost like homecoming in some respect. I'm used to giving technical lectures, not addresses. So I will give a regular technical lecture after this, right? After this. So briefly, what I would like to say I was told that there will be a lot of young people here who are students. And if I reflect upon almost 45 years, because we are having a reunion of our BTech batch, so I know 45 years we have been in material science and engineering and metallurgical engineering and whatnot. So what I would like to share is this. We have to expand from our limited knowledge domain that we started with in our BTech. That has given us only 2 years of specialization. So if you spend another 1 year or anything during the course, you would have picked up more and more. And engineers are defined as those who would solve a problem even if there is none there, right? So we are problem solvers. So we have to be fast learners with good analytical skills and problem solving skills. This is what is asked of us. So what happened was, some of us, at least particularly me, I feel, was lucky to have some good mentors when I was young, starting out in the career. So I came back and joined IIT Kanpur for 1 day. And I was hijacked to Hyderabad by Dr. Arunachalam, Dr. Ramarao. At that time, they were, heading DRDO. And I didn't know. I thought, okay, being a South Indian, maybe I should come back to South, having lived in Kanpur, IIT, as an undergrad student. So that was the first twist and turn in life. Suddenly it happens. A fork happens, and you're there. So we get some good mentors, and Dr. Ramarao and Dr. Kalam were the initial 2 mentors. So at that time, I did not know that they were looking for a younger person to get inducted into a new kind of a technology center. They were conceived it. There is a difference between laboratory and a technology center. So laboratory gets a little more specialized, whereas a tech center is knowledge integration. It has to take a lot of areas, and technology delivers a product. So instead of specializing just in one, we are supposed to develop processes and deliver products. So maybe they knew what they were doing when they inducted me like that. But they brought together people from industries. At that time, there were, 4 non-ferrous primary metal producers: Hindustan Copper, Zinc, Nalco, Bico, and then DMRL. So they said, why don't we form a consortium and set up a new kind of an entity, a new animal. And it was registered as a society. And I had come just 15 days after it was registered. And I didn't know where I was joining, what I was doing. I'm told that I'm inducted into Defense, DRDO. That's it. So I think in the first 1 month itself, I met Balachandran, right? We were in one scientist hostel there for a long time. And I started working there and never thought about salary, never thought about many things. Just, and the mentoring at that time that happened was, our first project itself is a pilot plant, not a 100-gram research or something. Started with 100 tons process and a plant to produce different advanced material. But there were only 2 conditions that we had. One was, whatever is not available in India, we should develop and make. That is number 1. Because if it is already available, why spend money and people's resources? The second thing Dr. Kalam used to tell me, he used to be in a guest house in the quarters, and my quarters used to be the next to it. I lived there throughout until I left that place. So we used to go for walks in the morning or night. I'm not a morning person, maybe night. So he said there are only 2 things. 2 pieces of advice he gave me. I said, look, I'm doing all these things. What will happen? I do not know where the future is for this. He said, whatever you do, if you don't exist as an individual or as an organization, the country should miss something. Only then it is really worth it. So it's an existential test. The second thing is, if people are ready to pay money for it, right, and you solve those problems, shoe pinching problems, which they want it yesterday, then it is highly relevant. You are solving problems. So we have to solve problems of things that are not available in India and make sure that money. And the third advice was very, very scary. He said, money giver gives you the rules. The reason was that we were hit with enormous number of court cases because we had a very different structure for HR policy and all that thing. So labor court to high court, there were about 100 cases or something, and Abdul Kalam was the respondent one in all those cases. So I had to learn law overnight. So if the money giver becomes government, you have to follow government rules. It's very simple. So if you have to be different, don't take money from government. No, you don't take money from government, but who will give you money to do whatever you're doing, right? You've got to go to the companies, industries, and ask this thing. That means you need an auto gain system. Your expenditure should earn income, and your income should pay for all expenditures. So I got that. So the reason I have to know this thing is because I have to go and defend in the court of law, high courts, up to Supreme Court. Touch wood, we won all of them, 102. And they said that if the Supreme Court of India does not accept what you are doing, we'll close down because we are far ahead of time. India is not ready for it. So they had the Fraunhofer model of Germany and all of these things. So this is the way, an institution building exercise I got involved in from day one. So in other words, you have to learn law, you have to learn HR, you have to learn finance, you have to learn all these things before you even solve any problem. This is one. The second turning point came in, 1998, Pokhran blast came and we all had a tough time. So I was called and I said, look, this is a problem. We have to make equipments, process equipments, very specific. We have to make equipments. So that's when we started with equipment for rare earth magnet making. 1998. Whatever pilot level or whatever level it is. That means what? We have to start learning design, electronics and control. In other words, apart from this, material specialization which has to go to a level of pilot plant, TRL 7, etc., we had to bring in disciplines of mechanical design and manufacturing, electronics, instrumentation and control. It took me 3-4 years to do it. But without it, we cannot do it. So we said that the genes, the 3 genes, is advanced materials, design and manufacturing, electronics and control. So this is what I brought in. Then the other thing that I had to do was, see, I was a very young, angry man. Okay, I used to argue a lot. And Dr. Kalam and Dr. all of those seniors allowed us to express ourselves a little more freely. You know, that's a boon we had. Then there was another great man called Kota Harinarayana. I don't know whether you have heard about his name. The person who did the light out combat aircraft, Tejas, as we call it. He was the project director of it. He started as one man, you know. Same time as this. So he taught me what is multidisciplinary optimization of how do you build big systems. So another break, 98 Pokhran blast, and a person like that coming in. And so the point is that we have to be open enough to take it, whatever they give us advice or they give us this thing, because they are exactly telling you this. So, okay, this is what he only said that, look, you have got all the 3 disciplines, but now you should know how to integrate it. I said it's a path integral. We all do engineering math, right? Solution path integral. It's a path integral. I need a solution path. I have to integrate it along that path. Then one more thing, which I was one of the fortunate to introduce it in the country, and people used to always make it very difficult for me when I tried to explain, is technology readiness levels. Imagine talking about it in 1996. TRL. Today everybody uses it, right? So I used to say that, look, there is no point doing TRL 1, 2, 3 and all that universities can do, others can do. We have to do technology means we have to cross the valley of death. Process, product, integration and optimization. You try 195 things, 100 things, 95 will fail, 5 will, you have to cross that. Now one day quietly Dr. Kalam called me aside and said, Bala, do it. You don't have to explain to others. Just do it and demonstrate it. So these are all things which were all far ahead of time in the thought process. In other words, there was a thought leadership that was there. It's just that maybe without even I knowing as a young man, I was sitting there. So when I went back and read the minutes of the board governing council meetings and all that, all the secretaries at the time, I said, we will not get conventional way of appointing a director. Dr. Kalam, Dr. Ramarao will find a young person, groom that person for 5 years, and then appoint him or her. I didn't know that it was me, right? That is how it happened. So that is how it was minuted. In other words, what they said was, from the conventional systems, you will not get a director with a mindset to develop a self-financing entity and do technology. You have to have some kind of religious conversion to do it. You can't get them from industry, you will be only business oriented, or you cannot get them from totally science or whatever it is. So we need a combination of this. So I didn't know that I fitted the bill. And around 1998 onwards, I had to take a full charge of that place. Till that time I was inside DMRL and one leg here, one leg there. So after all the court cases, everything was finished, I had to take over as director. And around 2004, I was asked to come to Delhi. And because my deputation is over. And I said, you are a future leadership potential fellow, you have to come to Delhi. I said, I don't like Delhi, I don't like forcing, I want to be a technologist. So Kalam tried a lot. I said no. After that he has become president also. It was that 1 year before. He was principal scientific advisor at that time. So finally, I heard Dr. Kalam one day told some of his colleagues, if Bala has decided to do something, Brahma cannot change his mind. If he decides not to do it, even Brahma cannot make him do it. So leave him alone. He is doing technology, leave him alone. So that is how, I was left alone. So in order not to have very, very strict government rules, we have to become self-financing. If you have to become self-financing, you cannot just simply say, I will transfer technology and get 10 lakhs of rupees and spend 2 crores of rupees. How do you develop technical infrastructure? Today we have hundreds of crores we have developed. And I went ahead and said, we need land also, I went and said. And finally that land got inside the city. Now we can't put up anything there other than quarters. The zoning laws have affected us. But anyway, we are inside a defense area in a corner. The point is, there is a need to accept the challenge. And it's the challenge that makes you grow. So if by chance we had not been able to earn money to pay for ourselves or whatever it is, we would have died. But it was accepted that we should die. Right? Because if government money has to be taken and you have to do it, then why? You can give another 10 crores to any of the existing labs and then get it done. But the point is, can we have a model which is so that's now an institutional working model. Now it's called the NFTDC model, which is like India's Fraunhofer. We are even better than Fraunhofer, that's what they say. So we have to have a business model. Forget science, forget technology readiness, I have to go one more after a business model. So the business model means what? Supply chain, this problem, that problem, all of those things you have to now understand. And we have to understand taxes, excise duties. Now GST, life is easy, but in those days we have to sit and calculate what is MODVAT. We have no idea. We're all scientists, engineers. What do we understand this, right? We have to do this. So we learned all this. So we learned law, we learned Contract Labor Act, Industrial Dispute Act, Factories Act, how to defend it. So one day I was asked, you have had so many litigations and court cases. Your legal bill should be humongous. Who appeared for you? I said, a great man called Gopal Subramaniam in Supreme Court, some of the top high court lawyers. You would have paid a lot. I said, I explained my situation. You won't believe. My expenditure on legal is zero. They said it is our contribution to science and technology. So that is what. Then we had another issue. Why I am telling you is that when you do institution building, rest of the talk is technical talk afterwards. Engineering institutions we are more of a tech center. That means we are an engineering tech center. Little less, we don't have physics, chemistry kind of people. The point that happens most of the time when you do institutions or whatever it is, you have 3 genes: HR, policy, science and technology policy, and finance policy. So finance policy, I've already told you. That means you have to be self-financing. It is auto-calibrating. You can't spend on something which will not earn income eventually. So it's a coupled differential equation. That's how we say it in engineering, right? And your science and technology policies, what is the battles you will fight? What are the problems you will take and fight? So that is already written and given. You should do things in high technology areas, which India is not having as an industry or whatever it is. So that means what? I have to go and get projects which from space or defense or whatever it is, and we have to do that. HR policy became tough. The problem was we are already in court cases. We have said that we will not have non-executives. There will be only scientists and engineers. That means how will you do operations? How will you operate equipment? Who will clean your housekeeping, gardening, water, maintenance, hundreds of things. So when we were doing that thing, I came up with one concept called develop job work companies, which is what the skill development today is. So we did it 25 years ago. we conceived it. So what is the job outcome? We told the court also, this is what we want to do. We want to create employers. So we want to have vacuum furnaces, CNC equipments. Imagine, all are high-tech, right? Crores worth of rupees. We said we'll take ITIs or diplomas or whosoever it is, train them for 6 months. Then we will register them as companies. Then we will give them work orders. This is what it is. If it is not acceptable, we will close the tech center and go home. So today, whatever is being talked as skill development and startups, etc., we were able to do it at this. Then we need a pipeline of engineers or whatever it is. So we started the specialized MTech programs in NIT, Warangal and SRM and other places, in Hyderabad also. And we started first in 2008, electric vehicle technologies. We are far ahead of time. Then system design and engineering, because we want to integrate this. So in other words, we need to look at the HR feed pipeline. And at the same time, operational level, this thing. So in other words, a lot of things has to be innovated and brought into play, which have to be in compliance with law. But we got a big hit after the 6-pay commission. We were not able to pay salaries. Then the next hit came COVID. People who have been with me for 15 years, I could not give salaries. What do you do? Everybody is closed. We cannot. So we went and took overdraft loans and paid money, interest to State Bank is very happy to give us a loan. But that's what it is. So with those kind of things we have to do and keep on doing it. So today we are recognized as a center of excellence, a unique institution. And I was inducted into policy making in PMO. And that is how I could contribute in National Critical Minerals Mission, in hydrogen missions and so many missions. So this is the story and many things we did, and some of the things you have heard about cryo-engine materials, hydrogen storage materials, biomedical implants, all of them has come from just less than 50 engineers and scientists. So this is the story of my professional career, and that of NFTDC just got twinned. That's what it is. So even now I'm continuing. I have not gone to Delhi. I refuse to go to Delhi and do anything there. So I do not know. Maybe a couple of more years I will spend. And the next generation has been today we can even have an AI algorithm run things, right? So that is what it is. So we adopted IT very early on. We were the first one to put a local area network in India as early as 93, 94, 95. So like that we did a lot of these things, but those fields have gone far beyond. So what I would like to state is, you have to have analytical and problem solving skills as engineers, fast learning, analytical and process. Today you can have startups to take an idea to product. We didn't have it, so we are like a kind of a multiple startup in one place, equivalent to that, a new kind of institution. So with this, I thank all of you to do this couple of days, and happy to see engineers, because otherwise when we see IIM and all, we'll see more material science and metallurgists in a different avatar. But here as institution of engineers, I'm happy to know that take this opportunity to take more than materials domain also into your fold of learning and get into what I call as material, process, product, plant as an integrated endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing about the paths, your experiences, and guiding us. We shall now proceed with the presentation of the IEI Eminent Engineering Awards, followed by the IEI Young Engineer Awards in recognition of exceptional professional excellence and distinguished contributions to the field of engineering. The award citations will be read by Dr. J. Krishnamurthy, Immediate Past Chairman, IEI Coimbatore Local Center, Professor and Head, Department of Metallurgical Engineering.
Good morning. Good morning to the dignitaries on the dais and the dignitaries, guests, delegates and participants of the dais. We now come to a very special segment of today's inaugural ceremony, the presentation of the IEI Eminent Engineer Awards and the IEI Young Engineer Awards. These awards are conferred at the national level by the Institution of Engineers India under Metallurgy and Materials Engineering Division Board in recognition of exceptional professional accomplishments, outstanding technical excellence, and distinguished contributions to the engineering and society. Let me read the citation of IEI Eminent Engineer awardees. First, the citation of Dr. Harish C. Barsilia. Dr. Harish C. Barsilia, Scientist G, and Advisor, Management and Administration, CSIR, National Aerospace Laboratories, Bengaluru, has made outstanding contributions to the nanoscience, nanotechnology, surface engineering, thin film and optical coatings, and advanced aerospace materials. His pioneering research has led to the indigenous technologies of national importance for strategic sectors. He has authored nearly 300 research papers, holds 20 patents, established advanced research facilities, and mentored numerous doctoral scholars and researchers. A fellow of several prestigious professional academies, Dr. Bersila has significantly strengthened India's capabilities in advanced materials, aerospace technologies, engineering research, innovation, and technology development through his exemplary scientific leadership. In recognition of his exemplary achievements, visionary leadership, and enduring contributions in the field of metallurgical and materials engineering, the Institution of Engineers India feels honored to felicitate Dr. Harish C. Barsilia as an eminent engineering personality on this auspicious occasion of the 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers held during 17-18 July 2026 at Coimbatore, signed by the Chairman MMDB, IEI, and Chairman IEI Coimbatore Local Center. I now request the Chief Guest, Dr. K. Balasubramanian, to present the award to Dr. Harish G. Barsila. I request the other dignitaries also to join with. The next is the citation of Dr. M. Kamaraj. Dr. M. Kamaraj, Professor and E.G. Ramachandran Institute Chair, Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, IIT Madras, has made outstanding contributions to surface engineering, tribology, advanced welding, advanced manufacturing, and high temperature materials for aerospace, defense, power, and energy sectors. He has guided over 30 PhD scholars and authored more than 300 research publications, books, book chapters, and patents, a fellow of several prestigious professional bodies, and among the world's top 2% scientists, Professor Kamaraj has significantly advanced engineering research, innovation, industry-academic collaboration, and engineering education, earning national and international recognition. In recognition of his exemplary achievement, visionary leadership, and enduring contributions in the field of metallurgical and materials engineering, the Institution of Engineers India feels honored to felicitate Professor M. Kamaraj as an eminent engineering personality on this special occasion of the 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers held during 17-18 July 2026 at Coimbatore, signed by the Chairman MMDB IEI and the Chairman IEI Coimbatore Local Center. Sir, please, Dr. Kamaraj, sir. I request the Chief Guest to present the award to Dr. M. Kamaraj. request the dignitaries to stay for some more time to give away the IEI Young Engineers Award. The first candidate, she is a Deputy General Manager, Materials Chemical, Rights Limited, Eastern Region, Kolkata. She has over 13 years of experience in metallurgy, quality assurance and railway inspection system. She has made significant contributions to quality compliance, laboratory systems and supply chain assurance for Indian Railway. I invite Ms. Isha Apurva to the dais to receive the IEI Young Engineer Award. The next candidate, he is a senior scientist, Pyrometallurgy and Materials Engineering Department at CSIR, Institute of Minerals and Materials Technology, Bhubaneswar. He has made notable contribution to additive manufacturing, laser materials processing, and surface engineering. His research has advanced indigenous technologies for strategic applications, earning him national recognition, patents, and prestigious research fellowships. I invite Dr. Manoj Kumar to come forward to the dais to receive the award. The last award, he is Assistant Professor, Department of Materials Science and Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. His research seamlessly integrates the critical frontiers of artificial intelligence, quantum materials, and sustainability. He works on the phase change materials, ultra-thin ferroelectric materials, and metamaterial devices. I invite Dr. Shekhar Mishra to the dais to receive the IEI Young Engineer Award. Congratulations to all the awardees. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor M. Kamaraj to deliver the award acceptance speech for 2 minutes on behalf of all the awardees. Thank you very much.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, first of all, I would like to congratulate all the awardees on this occasion, and I am very happy to be here on this 39th National Convention of Metallurgy and Materials Engineers, and I am very happy to accept this award. And of course, it is not an individual effort. It's many people have contributed my journey for getting this award. My special thanks to my teachers and mentors and my collaborators, my colleagues and my teachers here, especially I'm also alumnus of PAG College of Technology, where I started learning my materials engineering program. So it's a very important occasion for me, and I'm thankful to IEI institution. And on this occasion, I just wanted to tell one piece of information to young engineers present here, that our profession, metallurgy, lies in your hand. So never stop learning and venture new technologies. And when we are creating new materials and processes for improving the life of the component, at the same time, we should important to see our environment is guarded safely for future generations. And also we know that India is going a very big way of global manufacturing and technology leaders. And I am sure that all our metallurgical engineers and materials engineers will contribute for the innovation and sustainability and circular economy practices and self-reliance of advancing materials. So I am sure that we will be able to meet the vision of India by collaborating and working jointly with this mission. So with this, once again, I thank IEI for giving this great honor to me. And also I am thankful to PhD College of Technology for inviting and giving this award. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now we move on to the release of the convention souvenir. May I respectfully request Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian sir to kindly release the convention souvenir. I request Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra to graciously receive the first copy of the convention souvenir.
As we come to the close of this inaugural session, it is time to express our sincere gratitude to all those whose presence and contributions have made this occasion truly memorable. To propose the vote of thanks, I invite Dr. R. Shivashankari, Organizing Secretary of the Convention, IEI Coimbatore Local Center and Assistant Professor, Department of Metallurgical Engineering.
Respected distinguished chief guest, dignitaries on and off the dais, honorable IEI members, eminent awardees, delegates from industry and academic institution, respected faculty members, research scholars and students. A very happy morning to all of you. Indeed, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion in the inauguration of 39th National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering and National Seminar on Pioneering Material for Strategic Defense, Nuclear and Space Endeavors. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to Engineer Magendra Kothari, President, Institute of Engineering India, and all esteemed council members of the Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, IEI, for their trust on us to conduct this convention. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra, Chairman, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, IEI, for delivering the presidential address. Thank you, sir. And Dr. King Shuk Sen, Assistant Director Technical, IEI, for his valuable guidance in organizing this national convention. On behalf of Institute of Engineering India, Coimbatore Local Center and PSG College of Technology, I express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian, Distinguished Scientist and Director, Non-Ferrous Materials Technology Development Center, Hyderabad, for accepting our invitation and delivering the inaugural address. Thank you, sir. Your inaugural address will certainly inspire all the participants to pursue research, innovation, and engineering excellence in support of national development. I respectively thank management of PSG College of Technology for providing necessary infrastructure and support towards all our academic and professional activity. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. P.R. Thaila, Principal, PSG College of Technology, for the special address and support extended to IEA Coimbatore Local Center and Department of Metallurgical Engineering in hosting this prestigious event. My sincere appreciation to Dr. M. Sendil Kumar, Chairman, IEA Local Center and Head, Department of Production Engineering, for his welcome address, leadership and dedicated efforts in making this convention possible. Thank you, sir. I also thank Dr. J. Pradeep Kumar, Honorary Secretary, IEI Coimbatore Local Center, and Associate Professor, Department of Production Engineering, for presenting the theme of the convention and for his tireless coordination in planning and executing this event. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. B. Sridevi, Vice Principal, Women's Welfare, PSG College of Technology, Dr. G. Chandramogan, Secretary, PSG College of Technology, Dr. R. Rudramurthy, Director, PSG CARE, Dr. R. Nadarajan, Dean Placement and Training, PSG College of Technology, Dr. Professor R. Soundararajan, our former head, Department of Metallurgical Engineering, PSG College of Technology, Dr. M. Kamarajan, Professor Emeritus, Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, IIT Madras, Dr. K. Balachandran, former scientist DMRL and visiting professor PSG Tech, Dr. B. Balusamy, former professor Department of Metallurgical Engineering, Dr. P. Gopalakrishnan, our former HOD Department of Metallurgical Engineering, PSG College of Technology, Dr. S. Vijayarangan, former principal, PSG College of Technology, for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence and encouragement. On this occasion, I also like to place on record our sincere gratitude to our valid industrial sponsors, PK Steel Casting Private Limited, Defree Engineering Private Limited, Microlab Testing Private Limited, San Precision Alloy Private Limited, Ram Prasad Tubes and Bars Private Limited, Woods Metal Solution India Private Limited, and Anup NDT Private Limited for their generous financial support and encouragement towards this national convention. I also extend my sincere thanks to all the eminent engineer awardees and IEA Young Engineer Awardee for their gracious presence in this function and for their remarkable contribution and achievements in the field of metallurgical engineering. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our past chairman, past Honorary Secretary, Dr. P.R. Nadarajan, Dr. S. Shanmugam, Dr. Madar Mogan, and committee members and corporate members of IEE, award recipients, panelists, invited speakers, industry experts, academicians, delegates, and students for their active participation and valuable contribution. I extend my appreciation to all members of the organizing committee, technical committee, heads of department, faculty colleagues, staff members, student volunteers, AV technicians, canteen, general maintenance, powerhouse, security department, NMC, central IT, and everyone who have worked behind the scene for their dedicated efforts. With all your continuous support and active participation, I am confident that this convention will foster meaningful discussion, strengthen professional collaborations, and inspire innovative research in advanced material for strategic defense, nuclear, and space applications. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we conclude the inaugural session of the National Convention. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed dignitaries, distinguished guests, delegates, participants, and sponsors for gracing the occasion with your presence and making this inaugural session truly memorable. We now break for a tea recess. Kindly rejoin in 10 minutes as we commence the V. Subramani Memorial Lecture. Thank you all.
And myself, Nadarshana, we are final year students from the Department of Metallurgical Engineering, and it is indeed an honor to have the opportunity to host this prestigious occasion. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 39th National to invoke the spirit of this auspicious occasion and to pay our respectful tribute to the rich heritage, culture and language of Tamil Nadu, we shall now commence the inaugural session with Tamil Thai Valtu, the state invocation of Tamil Nadu. May I request everyone present to kindly rise and join us in paying our respect during Tamil Thai Valtu.
check, hello. Testing, check, hello. Testing, check, check. Hello, check.
இங்கே வெய்ய நான் எடுத்துகிட்டு போய்க்கலாம். அதை எடுத்து இதை ஃபஸ்ட் எடுத்துடலாம். தம்பி அதை வச்சுட்டு வந்து சார் அங்கே சைடில் போடுங்க, டோருக்கு பின்னாடி. அதான் அங்கே கொண்டு போக சொல்லி அங்கே தம்பி அந்த அந்த கொண்டு போ அந்த டோருக்கு பின்னாடி.
லாஸ்ட் மினிட்ல இதையும் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. ப்ளஸ் இது எனக்கு இது பார்க்கறதுக்கும் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும்.
Good morning once again. We begin today's proceeding with the V. Subramani Memorial Lecture on Critical Materials, Challenge and Scale-up of Process Technologies and Way Forward. I request Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra, Chairman, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, IEI, to come to the dais to chair the session. I respectfully invite Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian sir to kindly grace the dais. I request Dr. G. Venkatesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Metallurgical Engineering, to briefly recall the life and distinguished contributions of late Sri V. Subramani, in whose memory this lecture is being delivered.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to one and all. Respected Chief Guest, Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian, Distinguished Scientist and Director, Non-Ferrous Materials Technology and Development Center. Respected Chairman IEI, Office Bearers of the Institution of Engineers Local Center, esteemed dignitaries on and off the dais, distinguished faculty members, delegates, invited guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. As a part of today's program, we are gathered here for the prestigious late V. Subramani Memorial Lecture, instituted in memory of one of the most distinguished metallurgical engineer. Before inviting our esteemed speaker to deliver the memorial lecture, I would like to briefly introduce the legacy of Sri V. Subramani, after whom this lecture has been named. Hailing from a well-known family of Koil and Kollam, V. Subramani had his early education in Kollam before joining the Banaras Hindu University for the graduate course in metallurgical engineering. After graduation, he had his initial training in USSR, and he has visited plants in Japan, steel plants in Japan, West Germany, and USA. He had a rich and varied career in steel, joining the Bhilai steel plant in 1956. He rose steadily, occupying the post of Superintendent Blast Furnaces, Chief Superintendent Iron Zone, Assistant General Superintendent Technical Development, and Deputy General Superintendent. As Deputy General Superintendent, he looked after the plant operations and was instrumental in bringing about a number of technological improvements that resulted in higher productivity. He was associated with the expansion of Bhilai steel plant to 4 million tons. Sri Subramani joined SAIL headquarters as General Manager Operations in June 1978, and subsequently he took over as Director Technical in January 1981. On April 30, 1982, he assumed charge as the Managing Director, Rourkela Steel Plant. He was also Director, Mekon, Nagarjuna Steel Limited, Hyderabad, and Director, Fertilizer Association of India, New Delhi. He was conferred the Distinguished Alumni Award by the Banaras Hindu University on November 15, 1983. Sri Subramani introduced several new management techniques, which ultimately resulted in Rourkela steel plant turning the corner. He won the hearts of everyone by his senses of values, enthusiasm, and fairness. A high performer, he was the pride of many. A rising star was cut short cruelly by quirk of fate on January 23, 1986. In memory of his dedicated service, the Institution of Engineers instituted an annual memorial lecture in his name during the National Convention of Metallurgical and Materials Engineers. Today, we are indeed privileged to continue his proud tradition by hosting the V. Subramani Memorial Lecture as a part of this National Convention. With this note, I hand over the session to the Chairman to invite the speaker for this memorial lecture. Thank you.
Yeah, once again, very good morning to all of you. We are fortunate to have with us Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian, whose profile has already been read out in the inaugural sessions. And As you know that, he has dedicated his all expertise and services for the nation interest and carried out the very, very important aspect for India's defense and aerospace research centers. Now, I'll just request Dr. K. Balasubramaniam to deliver his V. Subramani Memorial Lecture.
Can you hear me right? Okay? Yeah. I thought I will take a more relevant topic, which is very topical these days, critical materials, and what do we do for a solution for India. So what happens is, what is our problem? Our problem is we have to do translational R&D, as I said in the morning, material, process, product, plant. We have to go up to the plant. So previously it used to be do TRL 3 or 4 and try to do it, our technology transfer. In other words, now what I've written in red next is, it is not enough that we do at a lower TRL, but you have to go to a very high TRL on one side. And second thing is, we should go to a product and now even translate it to business. Luckily, in the present day time, people can even go to a prototype itself in a startup, TRL 4 itself. But the other thing that has happened in our country is, we started pooling facilities and specializations and started putting large missions, like hydrogen mission is an example, EV mission, sorry sir. Okay. It's easy. Yeah, so the second thing that happens is large missions were started. Example is nano mission, electric vehicles, hydrogen, AI, NCMM, that is national critical missions, now rare earth, permanent magnet, PLI. So this is coming. Third thing that in that what has happened is they are all company-led incentivized scheme, which is PLI. Now what we are trying to do is that TRL 3 to 9 in a systems approach. Systems approach means you start from the output and then work backwards and put all the inputs in a line. Mission mode, you go towards that one particular thing. And for that, I started working on a model of special purpose vehicles. That means industry and us have to set up something and translate it. So in other words, the business part of it also is possible. So I'll try to do, when you scale up, what you have is, you have a large system as a product. Example is an aircraft. Or a material combination as a product, which is lower level, is a component. A knowledge resource creation, it will be a specialization. Like, could be surface engineering, whatever it is. We call it as micro knowledge domain. But if you look at it the other way around, as a product manufacturing methodology for scale up, a large system product is actually requires knowledge integration leadership. A material combination is knowledge integration expertise. I should be able to bring 2 or 3 materials and develop a component or a module. Let's say electric vehicle drive is a system, propulsion system, right? Whereas you take only a shaft or only a bearing, then it is a component. Then micro knowledge is the specialization. So in other words, you are now integrating not the materials or components, you are actually integrating multiple micro knowledge domains. This is the slight difference between others and this. I come from this place. You are in interviews, if you are asked what is science, what is technology, everybody will move their hands and say all kinds of things. But science is knowledge creation, technology is knowledge integration. It's the simplest definition that you can give. So you'll see this logo for us, which is an integro differential logo. This is what is called knowledge paradigm, where the output is the starting point and we break it down into multiple inputs. And here I've shown 3 major verticals, materials, design and controls, and we go back and forth. And we did multitude of projects and slowly all of them slowly consolidated as centers of excellence.
We started with advanced materials. Now we have got one more, critical materials and the national critical mission. Advanced engineering, design and technologies, aerospace, biomedical and aircraft. Electrical drives, materials and energy system. Now one more has come, that biomedical itself has become now very big. So this is from just these three macro verticals, we are able to do this. Now this is another definition of technology is process product integration and optimization. This is aeronautical definition and space definition, which is at the center you can see. And for that you go back and do the material and process and product design and development, but you have to now do equipment, production and test bed also. So in other words, when technology starts scaling up, you need equipments and this. So this is how it is. That means TRL 329 is material, process, product, plant. This is how we conceived a problem. Now, there was, in economics, we all are taught equilibrium economics, no? Supply, demand. If the demand is more, there is an incentive for increasing the supply. And if the supply is more, then what happens is it will reduce the supply to get an equilibrium. But that's all old, wrong equilibrium definitions. Now we are in non-equilibrium economics. One small perturbation in one place will give a large perturbation, large system level catastrophes. So we need non-linear economics where complexity evolution is to be understood. So when you are in technology disruption is a bigger problem. If I'm working on electric vehicle, I have to also work on what is going to disrupt the electric vehicle on day one itself. So in a systems approach, we start with what is called adaptive walk. We start with what is the place I have to reach and where am I, understand the gap and get a solution path with existing available resources, technologies. Then what happens? Innovations come here and there. That innovation is called random jump. You can't wait for an innovation to come to solve all the problem, but you should be able to plug and play it. That is what it is. So what I felt was TRL 3 is where the innovation will happen, critical functions. Whereas we are on TRL 7, 8, 9 path. So instead of talking as integration over TRL 3, 4 in volumetrically, we talk of it as a sigma of TRL 3s is TRL 9. That is how multiple domains, design, process, etc. This is a space terminology. A space terminology means for everything. They declare a mission, and the mission has a system and a performance metrics. For that, we need a special purpose vehicles or incubators or whatever it is. A Prithvi missile or whatever it is, it will be a mission. And the most important thing is we need envisioning, energizing and enabling that. This is what Dr. Kalam taught us when we were young. Okay, now what are the fundamentals in scale up? We need prima facie techno-economic viability. That means the cost should be lower than value addition when you are adding the value. We have to understand capability to capacity. Capability is we are not worried about cost, we are only worried about performance, but we want the knowledge sitting in there. It is non-negotiable. So we can't have FAs and finance and other fellows dictating terms here. We have to have it. Maybe the scale may be small. That is capability. Knowledge is kept as capability. We have to go to capacity. Then when you go to capacity, we are going to increase the size of the system as either modules or batch size. So we are talking mass and energy fluxes. But in thermo, you would have taught there are certain things that are size independent. When you're running an electrolysis cell, whether it is small or big, voltage is voltage, right? And so that is what is called as thermodynamic potentials. T, P, mu are all thermodynamic potentials. Now, process and product is a conjugate. That's what we mean by technology, actually. A technology is nothing but process, product, conjugate. So, biggest gap we found was line equipments. We had a process knowledge at some scale as a capability. But to get capacity, you need equipments. So, how to do R&D to commercial plant? The goal should be a plant, and for that, what we say is that the capability can be 10 kgs for gallium. That's enough. 10 kg gallium is knowledge is, you can keep it. Say for nickel, maybe 50-ton plant or a 25-ton pilot plant, you can keep the knowledge. Like that. But if you want a commercial plant, I have to go to 100 kgs, 1,000 TPA. Now it is 40,000 TPA is what Government of India is asking. So capability is a non-negotiable knowledge which we have to keep in the country. And that is why we failed. And one of the things we kept alive was rare earth magnet production process. And today we are able to give the capacity. So what we did was we had a random walk model with plug and play whenever breakthroughs occur. So, and then starting from raw materials, we have to add a business model also now. How to get a viability part of it. So TRL 7.8 is sigma of TRL 3. This is Bala's definition. You won't find it. It's my definition. It is not volumetrically increasing from 1 kg to 100 kgs to 1000 kgs. What we say is that you need tens of hundreds of domains, small domains, which I have to integrate to get it. And then do concurrent engineering. This point is very important. Generics versus specifics. Many things are already known as generic processes. We are going to customize it for a specific application. Okay, many years ago I created this map. This map is a PNT map of all the processes that is happening in the nature. At the center is room temperature or ambient and 1 atmosphere. So the whole Earth, planet is a processing space. And that is why agriculture, forest, flora, fauna is in that scale. The moment you go away, vacuum or higher pressure, higher temperature, lower this thing, nature is doing it. If you go to very low temperatures and high pressures, it is Jupiter. And today we can follow the process to metallic hydrogen. It is a superconductor. It's a huge magnet. Now, diamond is produced when carbon dioxide dissolves in magnesium-rich magma. It precipitates out as carbon. So in other words, a lot of things that are there in nature, I have represented it in a single diagram. Now, same thing I can do for strain rate temperature. Very slow process to very fast process. And we are in a very small range of metalworking. 16 orders of magnitude is possible. And that is how we get innovations. Then we added one more. What is that one more? Field, gravitational field, electric field, magnetic field, sonic field. So we are able to add energy in the form of fields. And we are able to process. Microwave, for example, or sonication. So all of these things we were able to take the concepts. Now you see, in just 3 slides, I brought in all the processes. I was able to bring it in. So what is design space? We have process methods and know why. How to the micro domains. It is a cross-fertilization that gives the innovation. Now nature does it very well. So all my knowledge domain is like genes. And to solve a problem, I'm getting them in a path integral. And I'm putting a selection with a fitness function, cost, performance, this, that, etc. And it picks out one. And that we multiply. This is evolution, right? Biological system. It's a very stable system. This is how technologies and products are produced. So I have to populate here with a critical set of knowledge domains. So that's what we did. I'll come now to how we can do it. Give an example. Now, what is our problem today? We are to use lesser amount of energy. The ores are becoming leaner. And we don't have water. It's called water stress for many unit operations. So we need to handle leaner ores, secondaries, etc. to get the materials. Now, let me come to the knowledge domains that we require to do this. Before doing that thing, I have to do a mapping. What is this mapping? What are the critical materials and which sector it is going? Suppose, I put red, blue, green. Red means we are in a bad shape. Green means we are okay. Blue is we can make it happen. So aeronautical, aerospace, you see, the whole first line is gone. Transition metals, nickel, cobalt, etc. We have REs, maybe. Nuclear reactor, they have a very small set of materials. They are okay. Automotive, blah, 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 energy storage, energy production, electronics, like that I have come. So I've done it for 16, nearly 15 here. That many sectors I have done it. This is what was adopted in the National Critical Minerals Mission. So each of these things we have to do as for making sure that that sector is safe. Now, this is a very important slide for all your people who are doing material process. We are doing what is called separation processes. From beginning to end, we are separating from ore or from scrap or from slag or we are trying to recover. So we are separating. This is the total set of all processes. I put it in one slide. It's not more than that. It's like your kitchen. That means what? We are having physical beneficiation, which is density, size, magnetic, electric base. We are having roasting, leaching, etc., selective precipitation. Then solvent extraction. We put a ligand and take it out. Then we go to red, which is higher temperatures, engineered slag extra. That's it. If you have this, you can handle anything. But solvent extraction and all will require special chemicals, so you have to develop that also. Anyway, let me not have this in. So I did a SWOT analysis. What is India's strength? We can reach pilot line very fast. We have raw material in beach sands, iron ore, bauxite. We have only these three. Unfortunately, on the rare earth side, beach sand side, we did not develop much, the other two. Lithium battery plant based one, RE plant, we made it operational. What is our weakness? The first big red line is gone. That is why we are struggling in aerospace. Then we do a serial mode of working, lab scale plant. We have to do mission mode and system. That is known only in strategic sector. Opportunity, yes. Can we do something in 24 to 30 months? If something is not available, let us make it available. So do what Japan does when raw material is not available. Do what China does when raw material is available in plenty. So that is what we did. So we said that, look, we need modular scale up, we'll develop modules. We have to develop specialty chemicals, otherwise we cannot separate things. So we started concentrating on these two. Modular equipments, specialty chemicals. If we have these two, we can separate anything. Okay, then we have to have one more, what is called robustness of the process to handle multiple feedstocks. Previously, when something is put, one bauxite, this mine, that thing, they'll put the whole plant around it. Today, we can't do it. We need a multiple flexibility. Someday it will come from Congo, one day it will come from Kerala, third day it will come from somewhere else. We still have to handle it. Now we have a threat, severe fluctuations in price. For that, what we said is start stockpiling for strategic sector for 5 years. 750 crores is no sanction for it. Whatever it is. And disruptions we have to handle because it is non-linear. I will give you an example now, how to do it. Right? In the next 10 minutes, I'll try to cover it. If you start from a mine or a ore or whatever it is, it'll take you 5 to 7 years, even to reach go, no go. You're about. Can we have time? We don't. Whereas what we said is, we have chosen about 6 to 7 critical metals, nickel, cobalt, RE, etc. And said under one roof, we'll put the plant of a certain size. Because it is urgent in 36 months. So this is another important slide. What is the input that is required? What will be the impact? So this is a choice of our battles. I cannot do everything, right? So we said, okay, we have certain medium level of resources, maybe a little more knowledge, but a lot less finance. So an impact is how to go from capability to capacity. You see the center, the same thing that was there is coming here, which therefore we took that center one and the RE on the top. But everybody forgets that. If you want to make a magnet, NdFeB, you also require pure iron, carbon-free pure iron. 65 to 68% is that. So if you are talking 10,000 tons, I need 7,000 tons of that. So even pure iron is also required to be done, but we don't need a lot of inputs required to handle that one. I'll give you 2 case studies. This problem was defined to be as a test. We have a lot of mill dump tailings of Kolar. From British times, it has been there, some 30 million tons. And somebody analyzed it and said that it is having 0.5 gram per ton, 0.5 ppm. And this is what it is. So it came to me for a recheck. I should have kept quiet. I should have said 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, left it. Then I said, no, let me check for everything. All the PGE metals, platinum, palladium, rhodium, etc. Then we found out that in addition to gold, we are having palladium and rhodium. Why was this missed? Because you are only looking for gold and taking it out. The processes that take out gold cannot take out palladium and rhodium. Do you know why? Free gold is dissolved with cyanide. But cyanide cannot dissolve palladium and platinum. And palladium and platinum is sitting as nano embedded particle inside quartz. So that is what we found out. And we said that it is not 5.5 ppm, it is nearly 2 to 3 ppm, 4 times. We discovered that. So overnight I became an enemy of a lot of people. There is 12,000 acres of land there, which people want to grab in the name of this. So we said that at that time, when I did it, 4,000 rupees per gram was the price of gold. It is no longer valid, but you can imagine the asset value now, right? 72,000 crores. I estimated as 25,000. Now in 24-25, it became 7,560,000. Now this is science. Why did they miss it? Good that they miss it. It is sitting there. Otherwise, the British would have taken it, right? What is sitting there as green is free gold. It is easy to remove. What is sitting there is as yellow is inside a sulfide as 10 to 100 nanometers. What is sitting there as red, which is more difficult, is sitting in a quartz silicate matrix. So what do? Can I dissolve all the matrix to take it out? You can't dissolve 1 ton to get 1 gram. So what do? You need a chemical scissor. So that's what we did. We said we need a non-cyanide process, non-cyanide anything. So we came up with a set of lexivians and studied it. And we found out our bleaching liquor plus chlorine will do the job as a chemical scissor. If you look at it, pH versus potential, throughout the world they have done all of these things. Cyanide is at the right corner, and you see chloride, hypochlorite, bromide, etc., different. So we did chlorine, chloride, hypochlorite in situ, and we innovated it by saying that purge chlorine, I'll move the potential up so I can take out palladium and rhodium up. So this was the innovation we did. And we said, okay, with the lowest amount of oxychloride and the lowest amount of chlorine, we could say that case 5, we can do it, and it will come. Anyway, these are all the economics of it. Let us not worry about it. We said we have to scale it up, right? Million tons has to be handled per year. So if you look at the core process technology, we are having silicate matrix. We need cost-effective, easy chemicals. Concurrently, all my metals has to be taken out, not just one. And I should be able to, what do I do with the same 1 million ton sitting there, 30 million tons? I have taken out only grams every ton. So I need a byproduct and evacuate it. So you have to think holistically, we did. When you go to a plant level, you are having zero discharge, water stress, energy consumption, and the equipment's etc. So this kind of, this is the fitness function, which I told you, which itself. I'll give you the second example and close in 5 minutes. Am I right, sir? Yes. No, I was asked to, because we're running late, some 10 minutes I can shave off. This is rare earth magnet. I think because I was asked to talk on something that is relevant to this thing. So it's a totally different game now. Here we are Hyderabad is a place where this technology is kept alive for a quarter century, 25 years? Yeah. So I'm one of the last few still standing, and probably he also can do some things. Again, do a SWOT analysis. This is advice I would give to all of you, right? Before you do a project, do that SWOT analysis, right? We have strength, some domestic resources are there, and I'm just trying to get people to acquire foreign assets. I've just returned from Indonesia, seen Congo, seen Brazil. So we're trying to grab something very late. Our weakness is process flow sheets, equipment design, and economic feasibility given the Chinese headache. What is our opportunity? Yes, we can de-risk the supply chain of raw materials, not just IREL produces less, I need 10 times that. And I should be able to do multiple feedstocks and take it. And what is the challenge? The raw material cost, even the domestic price is very high. What IREL produces is giving a Chinese price of very high price, international price. We can't buy that and make it viable. So I need to go down by 50%. So for every weakness, I have to get a solution. First is process flow sheets. We need oxide to metal, metal to alloy, alloy to powder to magnet. So we have to address it, all of them at high TRL. Second is equipment design and rendering a commercial scale equipment. That means at least a 500 or a 250 TPA module line I should be able to produce. And economic visibility. So we found out that my capex has to come down by 40%, OPEX has to come down by 50%. So this is the first calculation we did. So equipments and this. So what happened? We started building equipments. And we said we will take up other sources wherever rarity is available and get extraction technologies. So we are there and we could reduce NdPr oxide price now. So all the process steps, equipments we made, except one, which is the final magnetizer, which we found was easily available. We got the RE oxide concentration plant, molten salt electrolysis, vacuum melting and strip casting, all at tons, not kgs, tons. My electrolyzer is 50 tons per annum, one electrolyzer. We are able to get 36 tons now. We have to still improve. So if you need 250-ton line, I need 2, 3, 4 electrolyzers, 2 strip casters, and 2 field presses where magnetic field, you have to press in a magnetic field and get the component. And sinter, that was the first equipment I made, annealing and coating and packaging. I've broken more magnets than I made them because we didn't know how to take it out and handle it properly. So this is how we started, and for 20 years now, we are in a plant. Okay, we did this. Now we have a problem. The problem was we need heavy rare earths, dysprosium terbium, which is not there. So in other words, all disciplines, you see electrochemistry, powder metallurgy, mineral processing, surface finishing, manufacturing, coating, how many disciplines have come? All the disciplines have come in the line. So we need to go for this, and that's why we are going out. So there is another problem that has come, is that it is not like one alloy or 3, 4 compositions. This many grades are there. We have in magnet properties, we call it as B and H, where B is the amount of residual magnetization that sits as saturation when you apply a field. H is coercivity, its ability to oppose an opposing field, the amount of opposite field that you have to produce to bring it to zero magnetization, that is H, and the product of that is what. So the problem is we need to produce this many grades, starting from say N35 to N54, which goes into aircraft and all that. And the aim is to reduce ND, DY, etc., etc. And this is where a lot of innovations are coming in. And it's a very fresh, nice field to work. And that is what it is. So I'll give you one. I don't know whether metallurgical engineers have learned diffusion phase transformations, right? You would have learned about semi-infinite specimen, where you put a concentration on one surface and put the temperature up and see how it diffuses in. Depth of diffusion. So the grain boundaries diffuse faster. So we try to do this again. We are able to reach a decent amount of diffusion inside with our own thing. But now we are trying to get 1,000-ton powder producing equipment, which is not easy. It's like artriter come and all of them has to be done in hydrogen. So this is how science meets technology. Okay, the last part. We did the motors and magnets also, magnets to motors, which is the electric propulsion drive. I will not get into it. It's a big field by itself. Feedstocks. This is a problem today. How do I multiply the availability? So what is the current status? Our status is 400 tons of oxide is produced by REL. We can support about 10,000 tons of magnets production. We can't do more than that. But we need 10,000 tons of magnets. So we need a lot of oxide plus dysprosium and terbium. So I said we need a strategic vision. And that's what I presented to PMO. So I said we will augment the supply chains. And we will source, pilot line will be such that it will take multiple feedstock and do. I'll tell you the feedstocks. You will have monazite, which is our beach sand. we can have, let us say, tin tailings. Tin tailings is where Australia, Linus and other things, Brazil, they have tin, Malaysia, they have tin tailings. The tin tailings has rare earths, apart from niobium and tantalum. But they will be in some, then there is phosphogypsum. The best one is actually ionic clay, which is sitting in northern Burma in the conflict zone, and China is taking it. It has dysprosium, terbium and all, which has come because over million years it has been leached and it is sitting near the Airavati basin river like a clay. So they are taking it out. That is why we are in a difficult situation in the world. And last one is recycling. So what we found out was ionic clays, and the clay between the coal also had it. So Coal India, all of them across the world, whatever was available, some hundreds of sources, I've analyzed it and selected a few and asked our companies and government to go there and do something. Now, where will be our supply chain? The best is monazite, that is number one, very large scale availability and high concentration. The second is ionic clays, HREs particularly. And the third is tins, slag. And this is what, so all, and then in process reverts, your scrap, etc., etc. So we are handling all of them. And we have put a metric called NF3C threshold. We need at least 1500 ppm, 1000 to 1500 ppm of magnetic rare earths, NdPr, SMGD, DYTB. This should be at least 1500, otherwise you can't take it out economically. We did all this, then we started doing a plant on the raw material side also. So we took an integrated approach and we could reach it. I'll not go into this. What I would say is that we came up with a 4-stage process and we are able to consolidate all of them. First stage is, can I concentrate from whatever is available? Second stage is, you take it into solution. See, when it is a ore or a concentrate, you are having multiple phases. The moment it is in a solution, it is a single phase. The moment you are in a single phase, your life is a lot better. That is why slag is a single phase. Metal is a single, liquid metal is a single phase. You can make the ions move. Similarly, liquid phase to organic phase, you can make it move. So we came up with this thing called a multi-separate process. So once it is in a solution, you put specialty chemicals and take it out. And not only that, we started using high G forces. All of them are in G, 2 more slides. All of them work in 1G. So we started developing 200G, etc. equipments. So we are able to separate better. This is our roadmap. By 2030, all these metals have to reach big plants. I put it in red actually, that is green. That is a plant that we have finished, more or less. So molybdenum, niobium, tungsten, why they are combined is, hydrogen reduction is the last step. So we can have one common facility and do that. Then cobalt, nickel, vanadium, cobalt and nickel, electrolysis is the last step, aqueous electrolysis, and solid extraction before. So this is what we have put together. And one more we are adding is advanced carbon materials, which is for our batteries and so many other things is 2-layered. Then I went to government and all governments, last but one slide, I said, we have to have rare earth corridors, not hubs. So you would have seen in the news rare earth corridor and all. I was the one architect behind it, convinced. First the Kerala government, and then our Nirmala Sitharaman took over for the union budget also. The first it came in that budget. So a dedicated mission directorate we are putting in 4 southern states and Odisha. Then an SPV we are creating around us, a hub and spoke model with a long-term vision, and do downstream also. It's a $1 billion business model we had given for the corridor. So this is what it is, incubation center, mission directorate, SPV, and I've got all these companies now. Some of them will give money, some of them will give raw material, and our job is to give technology and equipments. So looks very good on paper at least. So in 2 years we are doing this. So this is my last slide. The next 2 corridors are AP and TI. So with this I close my lecture, and I hope I've given a glimpse of what is possible in challenges and roadmap for scaling critical materials in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I respectfully invite Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra to kindly present a shield from IEI and memento from PSG Tech to Padma Shri Dr. K. Balasubramanian, sir, as a token of gratitude and appreciation.
Questions you want?
I really thank you for making a very interesting and informative address on the subject. And I'm sure that the address will encourage many of the young engineers to come forward and carry out whatever the efforts has been put by the Technology Development Center, because country needs more and more young engineers to come forward, and already the...
So we need a lot more people create such things.
And I'm sure that the efforts put by the Technology Development Center, they have already set a platform. Not only you have to take forward all the young engineers, because whatever the difficulty and the resistance faced by you during the 80s and 90s, I think the young engineers will realize today they are much more better positions. And many of the private entrepreneurs are also coming forward for financial support. And the government has also realized the importance of the critical minerals and rare earth matter. And you must have read in the newspaper, the government is also trying to talk to many of the third worlds for having a kind of a understanding for supply of this critical.
Nobody will give you technology.
Nobody will give. So that is the crux of the things. We have to develop our own engineers technology to meet the requirement of this country need. Thank you very much once again, Dr. Bala, for giving a very, very interesting and informative address. And just to appreciate your efforts, that we like to have a token of our affection with love and affection.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. S. Vijayarangan, former chairman, IEI Coimbatore Local Center, to kindly present a memento to Engineer Kishore Kumar Mehrotra as a token of our heartfelt appreciation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Engineer Mehrotra, sir, for chairing the memorial lecture session. Now, we move on to the invited talk session. I invite Engineer Devkati Harshvardhan Kamlakar, Member, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Division Board, IEI, to kindly grace the dais as the chairperson for the session. I respectfully invite Dr. Harish C. Sheila, Chief Scientist and Advisor, CSIR, National Aerospace Laboratories, Bangalore, to occupy the dais.
Yeah, I'll do that. This will work? Yeah. A very good morning to all of you. First of all, I'd like to thank the Institution of Engineers India